Welcome to Zoe Crossdressing. Rocco paced the living room, every step tight with nerves. His heartbeat thundered in his ears, palms damp as he practiced the words over and over. This was the moment he'd been carrying inside for months. After a steadying breath, he walked toward the bedroom. Mia was curled up on the bed with a book, the soft glow of the lamp framing her calm expression. "Hey, Mia," he said quietly. "Can we talk for a minute?" She looked up instantly, concern flickering across her face. "Of course. What's going on?" Rocco sat beside her, fingers twisting together. "You know I've been seeing a therapist," he began, voice trembling. "We've been talking a lot about identity, about things I've felt for a long time but never understood how to say." Mia closed her book and set it aside, giving him her full attention. "I'm transgender," he finally said. "I've known, deep down. I was just scared to admit it." For a moment, the room was silent, then Mia reached for his hands. "Thank you for trusting me with something so personal," she said gently. "I'm here. Whatever you need, I'm on your side." Rocco felt his chest loosen, like he could finally breathe. "There's more," he added softly. "I want to transition. I want to live as myself, as a woman. I've chosen a name. Aurora." Mia smiled, warm and genuine. "Aurora," she repeated. "It's perfect. And so are you." Emotion welled in Rocco's eyes. "There's one more thing," he said with a nervous laugh. "My friend Jess invited me to a girls' night next weekend. I want to go as Aurora, but I have no idea what to wear. I was hoping, maybe you could help?" Mia jumped up instantly. "Are you kidding? This is an emergency situation." She grinned. "Closet time." She threw open her wardrobe, revealing a rainbow of dresses, skirts, and tops. Aurora stared in awe. "I don't even know where to start," she admitted. Mia studied her thoughtfully. "What's the vibe? Soft? Casual? A little glam?" Aurora thought for a moment. "I want to feel feminine and pretty, but still like I belong. Something that makes me feel confident, not overwhelmed." "I know exactly what you need," Mia said, pulling out a deep purple wrap dress. "This is flattering, comfortable, and elegant without trying too hard. Trust me." Aurora ran her fingers across the fabric, smiling. "It's beautiful. Go try it on," Mia said. "I'll give you space." When Aurora finally stepped back into the room, standing nervously in front of the mirror, Mia froze. "Oh my God," she whispered. "Aurora, you look amazing." Aurora met her own reflection, eyes shining, not just with tears, but with recognition. For the first time, she wasn't pretending. She was finally home. Aurora stood still, staring at her reflection as if seeing herself for the very first time. For once, the woman in the mirror matched the way she had always felt inside. "I can't believe that's really me," she whispered. Mia squeezed her hand gently. "That's the real you finally shining through." She stepped back, already in stylist mode. "All right, now we finish the look. Shoes and jewelry." They settled on a pair of low black heels. "Trust me," Mia said with a grin. "Your feet will thank me when you're still standing at the end of the night." A delicate set of silver jewelry followed, simple, elegant, effortless. Aurora hesitated. "What about makeup?" she asked softly. "I've never really worn any before." Mia smiled. "Then today's your first lesson. We'll keep it natural, just enough to let you come through." Over the next hour, Mia patiently guided her hands, foundation blended smooth, a touch of blush for warmth, mascara to open her eyes, and a sheer gloss that caught the light just right. "There," Mia said, adding the final touch. "Go look." Aurora turned toward the mirror and let out a quiet gasp. The woman looking back at her was unmistakably feminine, soft, glowing, radiant. Her eyes sparkled with something new. Is that really me? She breathed. Mia wrapped an arm around her waist. That's you, sweetheart. The real you. Tears gathered in Aurora's eyes. Thank you for everything. Your support means more than you know. I'm just happy I get to watch you become who you were always meant to be, Mia replied, kissing her cheek. Now, heel practice. Big night coming up. The days leading up to girls' night were a whirlwind of excitement and nerves. Aurora practiced her makeup until her hands moved with confidence instead of fear. Mia helped her style her hair, showing her how to create soft waves that framed her face perfectly. But as the evening finally arrived, doubt crept in. What if they can tell? Aurora whispered, pacing the bedroom. What if I don't pass? Mia caught her hands and held them firmly. Look at me. You are a beautiful, confident woman. Your friends know you. They support you. Tonight isn't about proving anything, it's about being yourself. Aurora took a slow, steady breath. You're right, she said, nodding. I can do this. That's my girl, Mia smiled. Now let's get you dressed. An hour later, Aurora stood before the mirror, barely recognizing herself. The deep purple dress hugged her curves perfectly. Her makeup was flawless, smoky eyes, soft glow, a hint of shine on her lips. Silver earrings swayed gently as she moved. Mia stepped up behind her. You look absolutely stunning. Aurora's eyes shimmered. I feel like me. Like the person I've always been inside is finally visible. Mia squeezed her hand. I'm so proud of you. You've got this. A car horn sounded outside. Aurora took one last look at her reflection, then smiled. Tonight, she wasn't hiding. Tonight, Aurora was stepping into her life. With a final deep breath, she grabbed her purse and headed for the door. Have fun, Mia called it. Text me if you need anything. The cool night air hit Aurora's face as she stepped outside. Her friend Jess waved from the driver's seat of a waiting car. Hey girl, Jess called out the window. You look amazing. Aurora slid into the passenger seat, smoothing her dress. Thanks, she said shyly. I'm a little nervous. Jess squeezed her hand. Don't be, we're all so excited to hang out with you as your true self. Tonight is going to be great. As they drove to the restaurant, Aurora's nerves began to settle. Jess chatted about work drama and celebrity gossip, treating her no differently than she always had. By the time they arrived, Aurora was feeling much more relaxed. The rest of their friend group was already seated at a table. On the outdoor patio, a chore of excited greetings went up as Aurora approached. Aurora, you look gorgeous. That dress is to die for. I'm so glad you could make it. Warmth spread through Aurora's chest at their enthusiastic welcome. She slid into an empty chair, smiling shyly. Thanks everyone, I'm really happy to be here. As the evening progressed, Aurora found herself relaxing more and more. Her friends treated her exactly as they always had, including her in gossip and inside jokes. The only difference was using her new name and pronouns, which they did effortlessly over plates of pasta and glasses of wine. The conversation flowed easily. Aurora found herself laughing and joining in, any lingering self-consciousness melting away. So Aurora, her friend Tara said during AL, how does it feel to be out with us as your true self? Aurora considered for a moment. It feels right, like I can finally just be me without pretending or holding back. I was so nervous, but you've all made me feel so welcome and accepted. Of course, Jess exclaimed, you're our girl no matter what. We love you for who you are. Tears pricked Aurora's eyes at the heartfelt words. I love you guys too. Thank you for being so amazing. After dinner, the group decided to hit up a nearby karaoke bar. As they walked the few blocks, Aurora marveled at how natural it felt to be out in public as a woman. No one gave her a second glance. She was just another girl on a night out with friends. The karaoke bar was dim and crowded, music thumping through the speakers. Aurora's friends quickly commandeered a table near the stage. Who's singing first? Tara called over the noise. Aurora should go. Jess suggested. It's her big debut night. After all, Aurora's eyes widened. Oh, I don't know, come on, it'll be fun. Her friends encouraged. We'll all sing back up for you. After some gentle prodding, Aurora found herself on stage. Microphone. Aurora began the slow, deliberate work of making her truth official. Filing paperwork, standing in lines, correcting records. Each form she submitted, legally changing her name, updating her gender marker, asking others to use her pronouns, felt like planting a flag in solid ground. Small steps, maybe, but each one was a quiet victory. Mia never left her side. She went with Aurora to appointments, helped her organize documents, and sat up late researching transition timelines and hormone therapy options. When the process felt confusing or overwhelming, Mia steadied her, reminding her that there was no rush, only progress. Aurora's first visit with an endocrinologist arrived sooner than she expected. Sitting in the bright, sterile exam room, she felt a mix of excitement and fear twist in her chest. She held tightly to Mia's hand as the doctor spoke with warmth and care, explaining estrogen, anti-androgens, timelines, and possible changes. Every question Aurora asked was answered patiently. Nothing was brushed aside. When the doctor finally asked, "Do you feel ready to begin hormone therapy?" the room seemed to go quiet. Aurora inhaled slowly, grounding herself in the moment. She squeezed Mia's hand. "Yes," she said, steady and sure. "I'm ready." Walking out of the clinic with her first prescription, Aurora felt something settle deep inside her, a sense of alignment she had never known before. This wasn't impulsive. This wasn't doubt. This was right. The changes came gradually, almost imperceptibly at first, but Aurora noticed every one. Her skin softened. Body hair thinned. Subtle curves began to form where none had been before. She celebrated each change like a milestone, cataloging progress with quiet joy. Shopping for bras with Mia became an unexpected highlight, whispered giggles in fitting rooms, shared glances of disbelief, moments that felt tender and ordinary all at once. But the journey wasn't perfect. Some days, dysphoria weighed heavily on her. The waiting felt endless. There were moments when her appearance sat in an uncomfortable in-between space, drawing unwanted stares or hushed whispers from strangers. On those days, her support system closed ranks. Friends shut down rudeness without hesitation. Mia held Aurora when the world felt too loud, reminding her not just of where she was going, but of how far she'd already come. 6 months into her transition, Aurora felt ready for another step. Coming out publicly. She spent days rewriting her message, choosing each word carefully. She wanted honesty without over-explanation. Clarity without inviting entitlement. Boundaries alongside vulnerability. When she finally hit post, Mia sat beside her, fingers laced through hers. Aurora set her phone face down, heart pounding. "Whatever happens," Mia said softly, pulling her close, "I'm proud of you. This takes courage." When Aurora finally checked her notifications, her breath caught. Messages poured in: old friends, former classmates, coworkers she hadn't spoken to in years. Words of love. Apologies for distance. Gratitude for her honesty. Support she hadn't dared to expect. There were a few confused responses. A small handful of negativity. But they were drowned out by something louder. Acceptance. Aurora smiled through tears, knowing, without question, that she was no longer hiding. She was living. The few negative voices were barely a whisper compared to the flood of affirmation. As Aurora scrolled through message after message, love, encouragement, pride, tears blurred her vision. Something heavy finally slipped from her shoulders. She was out. She was honest. And she was accepted. "I can't believe how lucky I am," she whispered, turning to Mia. "To have so many people standing with me." Mia leaned in and kissed her softly. "You didn't just come out," she said. "You showed people what courage looks like. Of course they want to support you." The anniversary of Aurora's very first night out as herself arrived almost quietly, until her friends refused to let it pass unnoticed. They insisted on recreating the night that changed everything. Dinner. Karaoke. All of it. As Aurora got ready, she paused in front of the mirror, taking herself in. A year had reshaped so much. Her body had softened, curves settling naturally. Her voice carried a gentle, confident lilt after months of practice. But more than anything else, there was peace in her reflection. For the first time in her life, the woman she saw matched the one she had always known herself to be. She slipped into the same purple dress from that first night, tailored now to fit her new shape, and smiled. A year ago, she had been terrified. Unsure. Holding her breath. Now she stood tall, grounded, ready. Mia appeared in the doorway, radiant in a sleek black dress. "Beautiful," she said, offering her hand. Aurora's heart swelled as she took it. "Ready," she replied, smiling brightly. "Let's go celebrate how far we've come." As they stepped into the night, a deep sense of calm settled over Aurora. The journey wasn't finished, transition never truly was, but she no longer feared the road ahead. She was surrounded by love. Supported. Free. The cool evening air brushed her skin as she and Mia walked hand in hand toward the restaurant. When Aurora spotted the familiar patio table, the very same one from a year ago, nostalgia washed over her. As soon as they approached, cheers erupted. Aurora was pulled into hugs from every direction, laughter and compliments swirling around her. "I can't believe it's been a whole year," Jess said, squeezing her hand. "Look at you. You've come so far." "We're so proud of you," Tara added, lifting her glass. "To Aurora, and to living authentically." The group echoed the toast, glasses raised, smiles bright. Aurora felt it then, not just happiness, but certainty. This was her life. This was her truth. And she was exactly where she was meant to be. The toast echoed around the table as glasses clinked together. Aurora blinked back happy tears, taking in the smiling faces around her, her chosen family. Gratitude swelled in her chest, almost too big to hold. "Thank you," she said, her voice trembling. "I truly couldn't have done this without you. Every step of this journey, you were there. I'll never forget that." As they settled in to eat, conversation flowed effortlessly. Laughter came easily. Aurora found herself reflecting on how different this night felt compared to a year ago. The anxious energy, the constant self-monitoring, it was gone. In its place was something steadier. Confidence. Comfort. Home. She wasn't trying to fit into herself anymore. She belonged there. After dinner, the group headed toward the familiar karaoke bar. Neon lights buzzed to life as they walked in, memories rushing back. This time, when her friends urged her toward the stage, Aurora didn't hesitate. She already knew which song she wanted. True Colors. As the first notes played, the room seemed to fade away. Aurora sang from somewhere deep and honest, every lyric shaped by the year behind her. Halfway through, she found Mia in the crowd. Mia was glowing, eyes bright, smile full of pride. That look carried Aurora through the song. She reached the high notes with strength and emotion, her voice steady, her heart open. When the final note rang out, the bar erupted in applause. Her friends rushed the stage, pulling her into a laughing, cheering group hug. "That was incredible," Jess shouted. "You've got pipes, girl." Aurora laughed, flushed and breathless. Turns out a year of voice training actually pays off. The night rolled on in a blur of music, dancing, and joy. And somewhere between the songs and laughter, Aurora felt it settle in. This was her life now. No hiding. No shrinking. No fear. Just love. Belonging. Freedom. Later, in a quiet moment away from the noise, Mia took her hands, eyes shining. "I am so proud of you," she said softly. "Watching you grow into yourself this past year has been the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." Aurora swallowed hard. "I couldn't have done it without you. Your love, your support, it's been everything." Mia smiled, brushing her thumb along Aurora's cheek. "You did the brave part. I just had the honor of walking beside you." They shared a gentle kiss, the world fading into stillness around them. Aurora felt warmth spread through her chest, certainty, peace, light. This was where she belonged. Living authentically. Surrounded by love. Finally, fully herself. Thanks for watching.